Hi guys, in this video I will show you how to set up your membership site or product on Selar. Selar memberships allow you to serve content to your customers and people get to subscribe to access it. Once they unsubscribe, they lose access. You can keep adding new content to the members area or even updating old content. To use this feature, you want to make sure that you're on Selar's Turbo plan, as this feature is only available to Turbo subscribers. You can choose to pay monthly or annually. To subscribe to a plan, you can simply visit selar.co/me/subscription/plans. Or you can do that right here from your dashboard by going to the hamburger icon on the top right, and to the left, scroll down to the option that says Get Selar Pro Plans. Once you click on this, you're going to see all the plans available on Selar, and to be able to set a membership product or site, you want to make sure that you're subscribed to the Turbo plan. So once you are subscribed, what you want to do now is to add a product, and to do this, navigate to the hamburger icon to the left. Under products, click on Add Product. Next, what you want to do is to select the type of product you want to create, and for this video you will have to select the membership option. Membership course hosted on Selar. So you want to click on Next. Now the first thing to do is to add your product image. Once that is done, name your product. You can call this membership. Then go ahead to add a price. So if you've set it up on your store to manually add the price in other currencies, you will see them all here. For my store, I've set it up to manually add the price in Naira and USD. You can check out the video where I talk extensively on how to set up your store if you don't know how to do this. So if you like to show a price slash on your product, go ahead and select Show Striked Out Original Price. From here, you can add the original price, and after creating your product, it will show underneath the price you set for the product was striked out. This is a great way to show your customers the price is discounted. But for the sake of this video, I will just uncheck this option. Now go ahead to fill out your product description, and you really can be creative with this section. That is, you can highlight, underline, even embed links to text in this section. So this is where you get to talk about what your membership site is about, because this description is going to be visible on your product page. You can even use large headers. You can select smaller headers. You can even make it bold, highlight this, make it bold. You can even change the color of the text to something else. Okay. And you can also embed a YouTube video to your description. Just use the video icon here, copy the YouTube link and paste that right here. Click on save and the video will pop out right here. So you can play around all of these options and see what you come up with. So next thing you want to do is to make sure that you select the correct product type. Since we are creating a membership course, you want to make sure membership course is selected as the product type. Now, since this is a membership, you want to select how you want your customers to be billed. Once you do this and a customer subscribes, they'll be billed according to the billing cycle you have selected. Say you selected quarterly, Selar will automatically bill customers every 3 months except they unsubscribe. If we are unable to bill them or they unsubscribe before the next billing date, they will lose access to the membership as soon as their subscription expires. That is, they can no longer access the members area or any content in it. Now once you set the interval, the next you want to do is number of times the customer will be charged after their first payment. Now if you want this payment to be recurring, like every 3 months, which is quarterly, like continuously, then you want to set the number of times customer will be charged to 0, which is unlimited. That means Selar will continue to charge them every 3 months until the customer unsubscribes. So if the customer does not unsubscribe every 3 months, Selar will continue to charge your customers for this product. However, if you want it to be a one-time renewal, you can just set it to 1. So after the first 3 months, Selar charges the customer once, then they don't charge them anymore. But if you want it to be continuous, then you want to leave it to 0. Now once you do this, select the category and you can say video or trainings. Totally depends on you. And you want to leave this option that says automatically redirect the buyer to external URL unchecked, because once you check that, your customers will be able to access your members area. So just leave this option as it is, and then to the bottom right, click on save and set up membership. Now this is where you can add and manage your membership files or content. You can upload videos, ebooks, zip files, or any document you want available to your customers. So the first thing you want to do is to organize your members area to make it easy to navigate to your customers, right? So what you want to do, you can decide to group your members area into modules or into section. Totally depends on you, right? But one thing I want you to know is that on Selar, there are 2 ways you can set this up. So we have the section and then the lecture, right? Under the section, you can have several lectures, right? So you can only have one section with several lectures, and then if you want to have another section, you have to create a new section and then have several lectures under. So the section is equivalent to a module and the lecture is equivalent to lessons, right? So what you want to do is to organize your members area. So you can say this first section can be introduction or introduction. And under the introduction, you want to have maybe 2 lectures. So you can say lecture 1. And under here, you can say lecture 2. So if you want to have more lectures under this section, you can add new lecture and say lecture 3. I'm just calling these lectures because I don't have any outline for any membership site. So you can put the title of the content in place of this lecture when you are setting up your membership site. So for the introduction, you may want to talk about different things. So instead of saying lecture 1, just put in the title of the video that you want to talk about. Put in the title of the content that you want to talk about, right? So after the first lecture, lecture 2, lecture 3, if you want to add a downloadable content or anything you want them to be able to access, you can also call that lecture 4, or you can say resource section, or you can say downloadable files, right? So if you want your customers to be able to download a file after the introduction, you want to give them access to a file, you can put in downloadable files right there. Now you can set up other sections. So now you're done with introduction. Let's say you want to talk about something else in your members area, you can just create that and create a new section, and you can call this content strategy. And under content strategy, you may want to have different lecture. I will just call this lecture 1, lecture 2, like I have been doing. So this is lecture 1 for content strategy. However, instead of calling this lecture 1, you can call it the specific title you have given to that video you want to put under this section, which is content strategy section, right? So you can add more videos under content strategy. So if you have new video under content strategy, you can always come and put them right here, right? So if you want them to have a file that they can download to help them implement everything you're talking about in content strategy section, you can just add a new lecture as well, and then call that downloadable files, or you can call it any name, maybe resources, resource section. It all depends on you. Now let's say you want to have another section in your members area, you can just create a new section and you can call that, okay, you can say traffic. So anything you're uploading under this section is going to be about traffic, right? So you can add new content, new lecture under here. So we can say lecture 1. Lecture 1 can be traffic strategy. Lecture 2 can be how to get traffic. Lecture 3 can be how to get organic traffic, how to get paid traffic to your site, and all of that. So it all depends. So instead of calling lecture 1 lecture 2, You can call it the exact title you want the video to be, right? So if under the traffic, you also want them to access downloadable files or resources that will help them implement everything the traffic section is talking about, you add a new lecture, and then you can call it the name that fits it. But for this one, I'll just call it downloadable files as well. Depending on how you've chosen to structure your membership area, you can create as many sections and have as many lectures under each section as you want, right? So now that you've structured out your section and lectures, right, in your members area, right, what you want to do now is to start adding content to each of these lectures. So now this is introduction. Now introduction has lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, and then downloadable files. So what you want to do is to add content to lecture 1. We can do this. Just go to manage content, just click on that. Now this is going to be blank, so what you want to do is go to the top right and click on add resource. Right, so there are 2 ways you can actually add resource to your members area. So this is lecture 1 under introduction. The first way is to use the file manager option that allows you upload videos from your desktop or your computer. The second way is to import from an external URL that allows you to upload content from an external source or other e-learning platforms. We have a detailed video that talks about how to export videos from other sources. For the sake of this video, we are going to select the file manager option and upload videos from our desktop. Now once you select file manager, you'll see this drop down and you'll be able to select videos from here or any content you want to upload. Now you'll be able to see an option from this drop down if you have imported any files from your computer to your Selar storage, right? However, if you've not imported any file from your computer before, once you click on this drop down, you're not going to see any file here. It's just going to be blank, like nothing will come up because you don't have anything on your Selar storage. So to do this first, you have to import. Use the batch upload files option on the top right, click on that, right, and you can upload videos, audios, PDF, CSV, SLS, doc, PPT, and zip files. I would typically recommend that your videos and your file size be between 30 megabytes to 150 megabytes, right, so that your customers don't spend a lot of data watching it. You can, however, still upload a file as large as 750 megabytes, but the smaller the better it is for your customers. Now what you want to do is click on browse, and this will take you into your desktop. Then you can import the videos or the files, the zip files, the PDFs you want to share with your customers. So click on browse. I want to upload this lecture 1. Okay, so I'll allow this load till this gets to the end, turns to green, and then there'll be a little green icon here. Okay, that means it's uploaded now. There's a little green icon here. And what you want to do is you can batch upload all of your content right here. So I've uploaded lecture 1. What I could just do is I could just click on done and then just go and fill up lecture 1, go back to lecture 2, and then come back here again and batch upload. But what I will just do is I can browse again, upload lecture 2, right, allow that to load. You can batch upload up to 10 videos, 10 content, maybe PDFs, video, audios. You can mix them up, just batch upload all the content and click on done. So once you batch upload, they are now saved to your Selar storage, and once you use this drop down, you're going to see all the content you've batch uploaded, right? So you can see lecture 1, lecture 2 is now here. These are all the content I batch uploaded to Selar, right? Okay, so since this is lecture 1 in the introduction, right, I'm just going to upload lecture 1 option. I'll just scroll down and put in the video that we just uploaded, lecture 1, right? So now after selecting this, you can always preview to make sure that this is the correct video you selected, right? Okay, then under this there's an option that says make resource downloadable. So if you want your content to be downloadable by your customers in the members area, then you want to enable this option that says make resource downloadable. However, if you do not want your customers to be able to download your videos, then you want to uncheck this option and make sure it is not enabled. That way they will only be able to view your content or your videos on Seller. That's when they are logged into their Seller account, but they cannot view it on their device. Then you can go ahead to add a description right here. And another cool thing about this description is, like I said before, in the edit product, you can actually embed a YouTube video here. So this is the video icon. Just put in the YouTube URL. So let's say you have a video on YouTube that you like to share with your audience, right? You can just highlight that and put it right here. Just save it, and the video will be right here for them to be able to watch. Remember, this description is different from the product description. So this description is only available in the content inside the members area. So only people who paid for your membership will be able to access the description. So now we are done with lecture 1. Let's go back to the curriculum and let's manage lecture 2, right? Okay. This is blank. Click on add resource. Select file manager, use the drop down. Let's use lecture 2 here. Okay. You can decide to enable this for download or not. And then the description as well, you can add a YouTube video. You can add a YouTube video, like I said. Okay. That's going to pop up. You save that. And then you go back to curriculum. Now another beautiful thing, so let's say in this lecture 3, let's click on add resource. Another beautiful thing, let's say in this lecture 3, you do not want to upload a file from the file manager, you just don't want to put anything, but you want to bring in a video from your YouTube. Instead of selecting a file for file manager, just leave that, select the file manager option. Don't select anything from the drop down. Then go to the description, select the YouTube video option and put in the YouTube URL. Click on save. The video will pop out right here. Then save this. And this content will be visible on the content page in the members area. So now we are done with lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3. The downloadable files now. You go to manage content. You want them to be able to download these files, right? So click on add resource. Select the file manager option, and if you already uploaded from your, if you already imported from your computer, you can use the drop down to select exactly what you want them to download. So I have a workbook here, so I'll just select workbook, right? And I want them to be able to download this. So I'll enable the resource download option. I'll enable that because I want them to be able to download this resource because the workbook. I'll click on save, and since this is a downloadable file section, I want them to have different things that they can download. So I have to add another resource here. Add another resource. Scroll down again. Add something else that they can download, another file. If you don't have any from the drop down, just use the batch upload files option here to upload from your computer. And I'm going to put this sample template. I'm going to click on enable resource download because I want them to be able to download this file. That's why I call it downloadable files anyway. So you can add as many as you want. You get it right? Add as many as you want. And once you're done, go back to curriculum. So we are done with updating introduction. So you can do the same for the content strategy. Add more content to content strategy. Add more content to the traffic. Just update the lectures, update the downloadable files, update everything, right? And once you're done, you can preview your membership here. So this is how the membership looks like. This is lecture 1 introduction.
Hi guys, in this video.
So this lecture 1 introduction, this is how the membership looks like. You're going to see all the videos. See the one I put in the YouTube, right? You remember in lecture 3, we did not upload any file from the file manager. We only used a YouTube video, right? So once you click on this, you're going to see the YouTube video will pop out. So this YouTube video we actually uploaded in lecture 3. Right, we did not put any let's go to lecture 3 so you see what I mean. In lecture 3 we selected file manager, but we did not select any file from the drop down. We only put in a YouTube video here, and if you look at it in the members area, only the YouTube video is accessible, so you can put in files from YouTube inside your members area as well, right? So let's go back to curriculum. So if you do the same, this is downloadable files, you can see that once the files open up, there's a button that says download workbook here, download sample template here, because we enable the option for them to download. However, for the videos, there is no button for them to download because we did not enable the option of download. Say they cannot download your videos except the downloadable files which you allow them to download. PS, when batch uploading your files to Seller, right? When batch uploading from your computer, you want to make sure that the file is named in your computer as you want it to appear on Seller. So if you want it to appear as lecture 2, you want to make sure that in your computer it is named as lecture 2, right? If you want it to appear as content, make sure in your computer the video is named as content, or the workbook or the PDF is named as content, because you cannot edit the title here on Seller. You have to edit it inside of your computer. Now, once you successfully updated this, all you just have to do is to go back to your edit products page, click on this on the top left. So once you are in the edit products page, what you want to do is to update the products. So all the changes you've made are going to actually show here. One more thing, if you have testimonials or reviews from customers, you can add it right here to the image reviews right here. Once you click on the image reviews option, you can just upload images or reviews, screenshot of reviews or that you've designed or Canva from your customers. You can upload all of them here, as many as possible, and then you click on update product, and that is going to be affected in your product page. Right, so you successfully updated your membership and your membership is live. You can view it by using this URL. You can just click on that. Okay, so this is how your membership looks like. This is the product image you actually used, and it's going to tell the customers how they're going to be charged. Please note this is a recurring payment subscription, and you'll be charged 10,000 naira every 1 quarter. So quarterly they'll be charged 10,000, and you will get an email before every subsequent charge. You can cancel the subscription at any time. Right, then let's try to subscribe to this. This is the payments page, right? So this is the receipt page after subscribing to the membership. Now, in order to access the membership, so click on this access membership, right? For your customers to be able to access this, they'll be prompted to log in if they have a Seller account, or they'll be prompted to register if they don't have a Seller account, right? Because I'm already logged into my Seller account, if I click on this, it will just open up to me. But for people who have never used Seller before and not logged into any Seller account, once they click on access membership, they'll be asked to log in or create an account. So this is how it looks like. This is lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, the downloadable files. So these are customers are going to access your membership site on Seller. Now, this is the beautiful thing about this membership, right? What you can always do is come back to this product edit page, go to manage membership content. So let's say, for instance, you have new content, new ideas you want to add to the membership site. So let's say under the content strategy, you have a new strategy that you didn't add before. Remember, it's membership, so it's something that is recurring. It doesn't have a definite time that it's going to end, right? So you have new content. You can always come here, add a new lecture. So you see that I added a new lecture, but then I moved the new lecture above the downloadable files. So the downloadable file is going to be the last thing on the content strategy section. I just moved the new lecture, so I'm just going to name it. So let's say I have something else I want to talk about, something new that was not in my membership, that was not in the members area before. You can always add new content, right? So just create a new lecture. So I can just call this new lecture. But now once you add this, you want to make sure you inform your customers. Oh, we've added a new lecture to the members area. You can check it out, right? Add new lecture, manage the content. Okay, add resource, file manager. You can upload from here, or you can also use YouTube video in the description. Save that. Okay, click on save. Then go back to course curriculum, go back to edit products, scroll down, click on update products, and then come back to the members area to refresh the members area. Okay, so let's go to content strategy. You can see the new lecture we just added to content strategies now here, which was not here before. So let's check new lecture, and you're going to see ta-da is here. The YouTube one is also here as well. So the beauty of membership is you can always update old content. So to update old content, let's say you don't want the video in lecture 1 anymore, you just have to go to manage content and just have to X this one here out, X it out, and then batch upload the new content on the fresh content you want to talk about, and just put that there. Let me just select something. Let's say we want to use this one that says story of my life. Okay, this mp3. You can also put in mp3 as well. Then you save that. So this is lecture 1 on the introduction. Yeah, so now we have mp3 there. So if we refresh this page and check that, you're going to see the mp3 instead of a video. Lecture 1. Now we have the mp3. This is the mp3 here, right, instead of the video one that we had. That's how you can always update old content, add new content. If you have fresh content, just come to section here, add a new lecture. Once you add a new lecture, you can always rearrange. You can even add new sections. So let's say, oh, okay, you want to add a new section to your members area. Let's say this time around you want to talk about visibility. That can be a new section that you just come up with and add it to your members area. Just let your customers know that you've added something new to the members area, and they can just access it at any time, right? Just use the link to access the members area at any time, and any changes you make at any time will reflect on their end and the members area. So this is exactly how you can set up membership on Selar.